Good morning, America. How's everybody today? Doing all right? Well, you better be. You live in America. If you live in America, everything should be freaking awesome. Heading to work. Make my $1 or $2. You know, I've always tried not to be political, but somehow I've become political. I've never been much of an activist, and I'm still not really an activist, but I'm slowly but surely becoming somewhat of an activist. Just beyond myself. If you've been paying attention to the news, Lindsey Graham, probably one of the biggest fucking douchebags that's ever walked the face of the earth, is supporting Donald Trump's complaint about Jeff Sessions. And if you know anything about Jeff Sessions, he's been kind of a weirdo in the background. But he made a statement against Donald Trump, and all of a sudden Donald Trump wants to replace him. Now, we all know what's going on with Mueller, and we all know what's going on as far as indictments and guilty pleas and everything else. And you have Cohen, and you have Manafort, and you have a whole bunch of people that worked for Donald Trump getting and being granted immunity, including Roger Stone, which is amazing, because that guy shouldn't be granted shit. But it's all happening. You know, there's nothing we can do about that, necessarily. But if you listen to Lindsey Graham, he flips. I mean, the man will literally say it's blue and then say it's red. He'll say the sky is blue and then turn around and tell you it's kind of a magenta. And that's basically how Lindsey Graham operates. He's one of those people that just goes with wherever it makes him look better, or, you know, he extends his reach, let's put it that way, into whatever area that suits him, makes him look good, and that's basically it. And I have to wonder, is the man compromised? Is he in the same boat that Donald Trump's in? Did he take enough money from the Russians and he doesn't want this stuff to come out? And there's plenty of questionable objective material out there from a lot of senators right now and congressmen who all seem to be somewhat complacent. And you have to look at it all and kind of wonder, how dirty are these people where they're willing to flip like they are? If Donald Trump replaces Jeff Sessions, you know why he's replacing Jeff Sessions. He wants to have the power to basically get away from having to deal with any consequences of his actions. And with Mueller breathing down his throat, or down his back, or however you want to word it, you have to kind of wonder, is Donald Trump really that freaking terrified that he thinks by getting rid of his attorney general, it's going to change things? It's not going to change anything unless he puts someone in there who's just as corrupt and manipulative as he is. See, the problem with Donald Trump, he's running out of friends. He's running out of people that want to be associated with him. It wouldn't be terribly hard for him to replace Jeff Sessions, but the type of person that would be willing to take his place would obviously be someone that's despicable and deplorable, and, you know, all those other words that we use to describe people who support Donald Trump. And that's basically what I'm saying. To replace Sessions means he's going to have to reach to the bottom of the bucket to find someone to take his place, because there isn't anybody who's willing to take his place. And those who are willing to take his place are literally at the bottom of the bucket. Now, I'm not the most persuasive talker. I definitely would admit to that, and my vocabulary is somewhat lacking at times. But just think about it for a second. He wants to replace Jeff Sessions because Jeff Sessions is not going along with what Donald Trump wants. And who is he going to replace him with? There's very few people who are willing to be part of Trump's agenda. And as I said, those who are willing to take a place next to Donald Trump are not standing very high on the moral ground. And obviously, if they're willing to work with Donald Trump, there's something fucking wrong with them. So I just wanted to put that out there. I've basically just said my piece. this whole thing with Donald Trump wanting to replace Jeff Sessions, and I really didn't care for Jeff Sessions, but he seems to be taking somewhat of a staunch stance against Donald Trump, and that's upsetting Donald Trump because Donald Trump can't get what he wants out of him, which is basically to get away from having to face consequences. And like I said, who the hell is going to take Jeff Sessions' place? There are not a whole lot of people out there worth anything that want to take a part or a place with Donald Trump. So to replace Sessions means he's really going to have to reach way down into that mucky, dirty, swamp water filled bucket that he's claiming to drain to find anybody willing to take that place. That's all I had to say, America. God bless America. Hooah!